Hello friends. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taryn, and on this channel we discuss things finance related, like the zero-based budget, the cash envelope method, anything that will help us achieve financial freedom, creating generational wealth. So if any of that interests you, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, give this video a quick like, and come hang out with me while I plan my budget for July. Okay, so I actually, just to save time, but I wanted to discuss the process, I've actually already completed the calendar for July as well as the plan. So let me just first explain. So I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I just have it in my Louis Vuitton agenda that my mom passed down to me, just because I couldn't find anything else to put in it. I figured I would make this work. But they're like little booklets. Her box set is being discontinued, and her full size is making a comeback in fall, like September, October of this year. And I am super excited for that. I already got her folio cover for that. I do like the larger size. So, but I can't see myself not using this method. So I purchased the box set since the one that I wanted, the full size, a couple years ago was not available. So each booklet, there's a calendar. So this is basically my budget calendar. And what I do is I highlight the days we get paid. So mine is the pink and purples. His is the blue and gray. We're each paid twice a month. So it almost works out where we get one check a week. It's like on random days, so it's not like we get paid every Friday. It's not that clean. It's sometimes all over the place. So I'm getting paid actually today when I'm filming this, which is the 30th of June. So I'm getting my paycheck today. I've actually already gone to the bank and pulled out my cash, and I will film that video. So this check is going to cover all the bills that I have highlighted in pink. So half of the mortgage gets paid on the 1st, and then the other half gets paid on the 15th. And then same thing with the car. I pay half with this check, half with this check. So that's why you see two colors here. I do have our credit cards listed, the ones that we have. We do not carry a balance because we discover I have a balance that I carry, but I'm on a 0% interest. That was the reason we had gotten that card. But the others, I don't carry a balance. I pay it off full in every month. So I just have it on here just so I know when the due dates are. I don't ever want to forget that in case I use them and I want to pay them off. But right now I think I'm good, and I know I have to, so I kind of set that aside, but I don't know. I'm not sure which check is going to pay for it. So I left that unhighlighted. That was probably more information than you even needed. Essentially, that's what this is. This is when we get paid. These are our fixed expenses, and what check is going to pay that. So essentially, we have 4 different budget paychecks. You know, this one's going to work for us for whatever bills are due within that time period until this one comes. I also do it based on what I know. Like, I know for sure what his checks are going to be. That's set in stone. For me, it does fluctuate because I will often do overtime. So what I did for July, because I know that I took some time off, you know, for the holiday, and I did take some bereavement time off. So I know that my overtime is not going to be on these 2 checks that I'm getting, like the one for today and the one for the 15th. So I am budgeting bare minimum for those checks. If I get more, great, I will allocate that extra at that time. So what I did different this time, so her book comes with 5 paycheck budget trackers. So if you get 5 checks, here's another one, up until the 5th. So if you get only 1 check, you're going to only use one of those sheets. If you get 2, you're going to use only 2. there are 5 here, which I thought was sort of perfect to try this new way. So we have the 4 for our checks, and the 5th I'm going to use as a monthly. So what I did was I took what I thought is going to be my check for the 30th and the 15th, and what I know his check's going to be. So our total income for July, I anticipate to be $9,223 together. That is just with our earned income. This does not include anything that I will sell on Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, and with Etsy, I've been throwing everything into a savings account. I paid off like the initial investment, but I've been throwing everything into a savings account because I literally have no idea what to do with it. I'm intimidated by it a little, and I'm just holding on. I'm extremely intentional with our money, so if I in any way doubt what I should do with it, I leave it. I don't touch it. I sleep on it. I take a few days. I talk about it with my husband. Most of the time he just tells me do whatever you want, or whatever you feel comfortable with, or I don't know. So I just don't want to decide yet. So this is just going to be from earned income. So this right here is going to be our fixed expenses, and some things on here some people might say is not a fixed expense, like for example SeaWorld or Six Flags. Well, a little bit about those two, I've literally had them for years. We were like grandfathered into a package for these two that is no longer available. Like I pay $59 a month for my entire family for Six Flags. It also includes like my card, 50% off all the food, plus a meal plan. They don't offer that anymore, so it's close to us. I mean, my daughter's there today. They went there like Monday. We use it. So to me, this is a fixed expense. I don't plan on getting rid of it. It's something that comes out. To me, this is fixed. Same thing with SeaWorld. We've had it for years. Huge advocates for the work that they do to rescue animals. I understand that's controversial. And please don't leave my channel or hate me because of that, because we can seriously still love each other even if we have differences, okay? So please don't hate me for that. You see some of these in pencil, which are the credit cards, because I don't know whether I'm going to owe that, but I allotted money to it just in case, okay? So I'm leaving it in pencil because then it's just not set in stone yet. So once I add all this up, so I have the mortgage, which is $880. And please don't hate me for that either. We purchased this house over 13 years ago for a steal. Prices for houses were very different. And we bought it because our rent was actually higher than what our mortgage would have been. And he was planning on selling and we would have had to leave. And that scared me. And I said, I've never purchased a home. I don't even know where to begin, but I will make it happen. And we made it happen. So this is also a reason why I have not moved, because I just can't justify my mortgage going up to anywhere from $2,000 plus, even if it is to a bigger, nicer house. I don't necessarily love where we are. I love our home. I love what we've been able to do with it. I love that we're secluded and we're in a cul-de-sac and we have a half-acre property. Like, I love there are certain things, but I just can't justify moving. So then we have like gas company, our solar, we have the car, we have Spectrum. Google Photos is where I store all my photos. I take so many, thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. $2 a month holds them. I'm going to be moving them. I did purchase like an external hard drive. I don't know. I might not. I feel like I need them in 10,000 different places. So if God forbid something happens to one, I'm fine. I don't really know. That will stay because I can foot the $2 for now until I figure it out. AMC Plus, it's $8.99. I always round up. That's why you don't see cents. I don't put cents. Whatever is there, we always round up. That means that there's like a little bit extra, but that just stays with our checking account cushion that we have, the $1,000. So AMC Plus, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I'm not getting rid of this until that franchise is done. So right now I'm on Fear the Walking Dead, the new season. I know The Walking Dead ended, but I think there's like a spinoff with Maggie and Negan. Forgive me. So this is my joy. I love it. I'm not getting rid of it. We don't have cable. We get Netflix with our T-Mobile. I purchase Hulu and Disney Plus on Black Friday. So for both, I only pay $5 a month. So basically, it's like 99 cents for Hulu and then like the add-on for Disney Plus. So I do that Black Friday, which I'll probably do again because I'm assuming they're going to have the same promo. They generally do. So those are, I use like the highlighter method. So that would be like entertainment. Same thing with SeaWorld, same thing with Six Flags. That would be the entertainment category. Movie club as well. We are huge movie buffs. We like going to the theater. So they raised the price by $2. I'm super sad because I missed the email. They did send an email that says, lock in your rate if you pay for the year. I would have done it. So I'm still kind of haggling with them to see if they're willing to still honor that. I will pay for the year. I will pay for 2 years. No problem. But movie club, so basically you get like a free ticket a month. It rolls over. You get discounts on, other tickets, concession, food. So to us, this is worth it. Because even if we don't go like 1 month, 2 months, by the time we go, we then like have 3 free tickets. And we're paying I've paid like $15 for all 5 of us to go see a movie plus food. So to me, it's worth it. And then again, these are the credit cards. So these are just our fixed expenses. So total for that, if I count what I'm anticipating to put towards the credit cards, would be $3,748. Okay. Let me get my calculator. Be right back. Okay, so this was kind of a rough draft. So if I am going with that amount, let me grab my pencil. That would leave us with $5,475. Okay, and if I added this all up correctly, this is $3,000. So then that would be, and we'll go over that in a second. So that would leave me with $2,475. And then this is minus 2,365. Okay, 110. So that works out. All right. So these would be like the envelopes versus sinking funds. So how I see this different is this is my weekly envelopes. This is my weekly binder. I have similar envelopes like that match this binder in my wallet, but I keep the binder at home so my husband and I both have access to these categories. We are cashless for groceries and gas because we both have a card. That way we can access those things when we're not with each other. That has just worked for us, and I like to earn points on our credit card. For doing that, it actually pays like our Sam's Club membership. Like for example, I have like $140 sitting in Sam's Cash. I don't owe for my membership until May of next year. And I'm already wanting to purchase from 2024 to 2025, but it won't let me yet. But I already have the money for it. So just using their credit card has worked for us in terms of paying for our membership. So I never pay for our Sam's Club membership. Plus, after I've saved the $110 I need for the membership, anything that we earn after that, I can put towards any purchases at Sam's Club. So it works for us, and we don't carry a balance again. We don't let interest hit. It has taken me years to get to that point. So if you are not at that point, please, I am not encouraging you to get a credit card. But if you are disciplined enough, if you are dedicated enough, if you have worked through whatever it is you need to work through that has put you in the debt that you possibly are in, or else you may not be sitting here watching my channel. And I understand because I'm there, been there, I understand. I'm not telling you to go get a credit card. Please don't go get a credit card, okay? So for groceries, we're going to do $1,000 a month. For gasoline, I normally do $100 a week, but I increased this to $600 this month because of, the holiday. We'll be traveling, going to see family and stuff. So I did increase that, but I did put it in pencil because we may not use all that. We may not. I just put it just in case. When I put things in pencil, it's normally tentative, but I think that for this, we're good. Nails, $250 every 3 weeks. So this month I will only need that. Spending, I'm going to do $400, so $200 each for my husband and myself. Date night, I'm going to add $100. Dining out, $250. Beauty, $100. Home, $100. Pets and kids, $100. So that's going to be $3K. I still have to go through my envelopes from last month. I did these comparable amounts last month, and I have a lot left over, but I also did a no spend month. Today would be day 20, but I will probably most likely spend. So I've done 19 days, so I'm still super proud. I am so happy with myself. I'm so proud. Okay, so that would be just my cash envelopes. Okay, so I know these are all cash envelopes, right? But I see it as cash envelopes and sinking funds. Okay, so when I refer to that, that's what I mean. So my cash envelopes, that's this. These are my variable expenses that I have for now turned into a fixed amount that we're going to try each month and see how it goes. Okay, so then for holidays, that's this binder. I know for sure $2,000 is going to go to it. This includes, so I just wrote holidays because there was too many categories to list and I didn't want to take up so much space. But this is like, yes, the holidays, birthdays, anniversary, back to school. If we're doing our, finishing off our earthquake policy, Allstate, there are certain things that I took in the beginning of the month and figured out how much I needed to save to meet those goals. I have done that. There are other things I have added along the way. Other envelopes that I never had before, different savings goals that I have found we need, like our legal. This was new. I want to get hire an attorney to help, create a trust. This is new. We have never saved for it. Vehicle maintenance. I've decided to split this. So we're going to have our $5,000 vehicle emergency fund that we won't touch. Vehicle maintenance is going to be like oil changes, tires, registration. We didn't have that before. I always used what we had saved in the emergency fund and then I would just replenish it. But I want to get to the point where we build that to $5,000 and we literally only use it if there's like a bigger emergency. I'm not going to say it because I'm always saying a particular part of the car and I don't want to say it and then put it into existence. So I'm going to refrain from doing that. I never saved ahead of time for Taekwondo, for their belt test. If it came up, I just used my $1,000 buffer in my checking account. But I want to try to be a little bit more prepared and see if I can avoid using that $1,000 checking account cushion, more just as a test to myself. Do I mind using it? Absolutely not, because I am 100% dedicated to putting the money right back in with the next paycheck, replenishing it all the time. And I also feel that this budget is not restricting. I know people think budgets are. They are not. This is giving me all that I want. This is allowing me to have the holidays be what I want them to be without money being an issue. But I also know that I don't have a miscellaneous envelope. I don't allot money to just miscellaneous. If something comes up that I don't necessarily have the cash for, I will just use my checking account cushion and pay it back. I'm not going to cry over that. I'm not going to be upset with myself because it is my money and I will spend it the way that I feel we need to. Like my kids this summer have had the opportunity to go hang out with some friends and like go to places like the local water park or, Six Flags. I did not budget that. And food at those places are not cheap. So I'm just pulling it or using my cushion for wherever because we only live once. And I am not saying that to say be irresponsible. In no way am I saying that. I'm doing it because I know that I am dedicated enough to my system, to my plan, to put that money right back. So, okay, so $2,000 to the holidays. I'm putting 40 to yoga, 20 to taekwondo, 50 to our vehicle maintenance, 50 to our Roth IRA. I need to step up my game. I have a pension plan from my employer. I also have a 407B, which is like a 401k, where they match it, and I do the max so that they match it. My husband has a 401k, but we also have a Roth IRA. So I want to max this out this year. I've done it before, but I want to, but I'm not going to be super sad. I mean, I might be a little disappointed in myself, but I'm not going to be self over it. I'm not going to be so mad at myself that I lose sleep if I don't make that, because I know that from my paycheck, what you see here, I've already put, this is my net. My gross 10% has already gone to my pension and 5% to my 407B. Plus they give us like cafeteria benefits. So I cover our entire health insurance. So like vision, dental, medical, all of that. So mine might seem less than his, but a lot of my money is going towards other things. So I want to put more to the Roth IRA, and I'm going to see if I can make that work. If I do less spending on the credit card, which I have to get this under control because this is outside of our envelopes, outside of our goals. This is just like me randomly swiping if I wanted to purchase something. Yes, I have the money to pay for it, but that is probably not as intentional as I like to be. So then we have legal 50, pool 50, cut and color 40. My daughter expressed wanting to get a haircut, and I think it's time. We need to schedule. Tattoo 35, memberships 30, so that's $2,365. That leaves me with $110, which I put over here and I wrote various in pencil because I literally have no idea what I want to do with that 110. I was thinking I did not put our 6-month emergency fund here, so I might throw it there. I did forget about that. So that might be where that goes, but I'm going to leave that up in the air for right now. This is my first time doing a monthly spread, looking at it in a monthly view. It was very intimidating for me. I'm going to be very honest. It was scary. I almost felt like I needed to lower in some areas to meet others, and I don't necessarily feel that when I do like the weekly. I don't know. I don't normally feel that way. So I did this time, but we're going to see. So what I did is I made sure, because I had created this first check one before I did this. So then I had to go back and look at what I had already allotted and make sure that it matches the monthly, because I had already done this. So like my checks can be mortgage, Six Flags, and the car, then the food, gas, the cash envelopes, and then some of the sinking funds, leaving us zero. So that's what a zero-based budget is I basically told every single one of my dollars for this check what it's going to do. This is my little worker ant, and all these little dollars went and covered all these areas for my family. And it left us with zero, but it didn't, because if you look at where all this money is going, we're not broke. I think some people have that misconception, but we're not broke. We are just telling our money where to go. So don't let anyone ever make you feel like, oh, if you have to budget, that means you don't have the money. If you have to save for it, that means you don't have the money. That's not true. We're just being intentional. We're just not blindly spending. We're just not doing it on a whim, right? We're saying what makes us happy, what fulfills our needs, what gives us sustenance, what brings us joy. And we're planning for that. We are intentional planners. Like, even though I'm really awful at using my planner, like, I plan this. Like, I can do this. And this has been working for us. I started this in 2020, literally in the beginning of the pandemic. And I will tell you, this system literally saved my life. And when I say that, because I do believe like stress, anxiety, and stuff literally kills you, right? It literally saved my life. I went from losing sleep every night, avoiding my checking account all the time, to now sitting with my budget every single day. And I love it. I in the morning, I start my day with my coffee, my budget. But these days I've been starting my morning with my coffee and making cash envelopes for all of you beautiful, beautiful supporters. And I am super grateful. And I haven't cut myself this week. This one's healing. I've been doing pretty good. But I did get my nails done. And please, get the nails done. If that brings you joy, get your dang nails done. So because I use this method, I track our spending. So I literally write like all of the transactions, right? So I haven't started July yet, but all the transactions. So when I pull cash out, I need to know where that money went when I'm tracking, so I could highlight it. So I just give myself little like notes. This is for savings. Sinking funds I consider savings. Cash envelopes I consider money that okay, so this is money we are bringing in. This money comes from this paycheck. If I spend from those envelopes, then those are transactions. So I just have to track those cash transactions along with what I spend on our checking account debit card. This is savings. So when I put this money away, I'm more than likely not touching this month in July. Taekwondo maybe, yoga maybe, but I'm not touching these. So if I were to bring these back into my budget, deposit it from my envelopes to my account, transfer it from my high yield savings account to my checking account, then that would be an inflow that I would add here. Like I would put savings used, $200, and then right here, oil change plus rotation or something. That's not $200, Lord, no. But then I would put what I used it for. So I'm going to bring it in because it had been saved more than likely in a different month. So it's not this month's income like it didn't come from this paycheck. So I'm going to bring it in and then I'm going to allocate it. It might seem confusing. Please go watch the Budget Mom's videos on how to use her system, because I may not be the best to explain it. It works in my head, but sometimes, like I tell my my team, because I'm a supervisor in my job, it makes sense to me, but it may not make sense to you. So if I'm ever not making sense, please tell me and I will figure out another way of saying it. But it's just the way that my brain operates. If y'all have seen Criminal Minds, like Reed, like when he thinks and all these like pictures and images, like that's my brain. So it gets a little complicated. Maybe I make it complicated. I don't know. So this is basically my breakdown for this first check. So I have it here. If I ever need more, I then do it on a separate sheet of paper, but I actually literally had just enough room. I separate it, right? This is my envelopes, this is my savings, and then I created my 2 teller slips, which I still have some of hers left, so I'm going to continue to use hers so I don't waste them, and then I will go and start using the ones that I've either made or ones that I have purchased from other small business, because I absolutely love supporting other small business babes. So when I sit down and do this, I do want to make that clear. Some people are like, but I forgot about this envelope, or, you know, it might get overwhelming for them. This might seem overwhelming for people, but every binder here has a goal, and that's why we use dashboards. That's why we label them. Okay, so I put them with me. When I'm creating this, I have them here. I look at each envelope and say, is that going to get love this month? If not, that's okay. I have our holiday binder, which automatically gets $2,000 a month. Again, there's like various envelopes in there that are not necessarily holidays, like back to school, you know, our insurances and stuff. I have our weekly one. That would be these. I have a high priority and low priority. And the reason I did that is because if I can't get to the low priority, I am not going to cry over it. The high priority are the ones that I will focus on the most. Anything left, I will put to low priority. If I like sell something on Facebook Marketplace, it might get thrown in there because that wasn't like anticipated income, and something I could just throw to add a little bit in there. And then my last binder is literally my month ahead binder, which I'm hoping I'm going to put some stuff in now. I have to go through, see what I have left over, do an unstuffing video, and then do a stuffing video. So I have quite a bit of filming to do. I'm hoping to at least get this video up tomorrow, Saturday. And then if I can, I did not mean to smack my lips right now, or my mouth. That was ridiculous. I'm so sorry. That might be really loud. We'll see when I go to edit. But I'm going to try to film the unstuffing so that I can upload Sunday, or maybe even the unstuffing and stuffing. I don't know. I'm just trying to be consistent here on YouTube, get you guys the content that you want to see. This is the first real like budget with me that I've done. It is, it's intimate. I'm sharing with you our finances. Yes, you don't know where we work, and we'll keep it at that. Just, you know, that's, I think, for safety reasons. But this is pretty intimate. So I appreciate you guys being kind. I appreciate everyone's like words of encouragement. And if you have questions, please ask. I love talking about this with people. I don't even mind giving you tips that have worked for me. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I absolutely do not have this down to where I could advise you and make magic happen in your life. Like, maybe I can inspire you. That's my hope, right? But I am not a financial advisor. But this system has worked for me. So she has the box set. The Budget Mom has the box set on sale right now. So if you want to try it, you like the smaller size, this fits perfectly in my Louis Vuitton agenda. So you can kind of see, like, in comparison, you know, the size. It fits perfect. Her full size is significantly larger. My old ones I store, so I don't really have it out right now. But her system is amazing, so if you want to use it and then follow along on her Instagram and her YouTube and watch her like how-to videos, I would highly encourage it. there are other things that you can get. There's people that have created these like budget sheets or budget workbooks and stuff. You just need to find the one that works for you. The zero-based budget and cash envelope method is fairly universal among all of these people that create these items, though. So the thought behind it is the same. It's just, for me, I love the setup of this book. I love everything that it offers. I don't have it all completed right now because this is the new month. But they also allow you, let me go right here, to create a debt payment plan, like who's your debt with, the balance, the interest rate, what's your minimum payment, and your order of priority. You could track your net worth. Where did your money go? Here's the breakdown based on your budget categories. I will do a little like how to get started video because that's super important. You know, what you should do before you even jump into this, like tracking your spending for a full month, creating and figuring out your budget categories from that. You know, some people are like, how do you even know how much to put? That's how you track your spending. You see what you would normally already spend. You don't want to limit yourself. If you know for sure you're going to eat out $200 a month, then make it $200 a month. You know, you want to make a goal to say only 100 because you're on a debt snowball or avalanche plan, then that's fine too. That's like, you know, dedication, discipline, right? But you won't know what you normally spend, what you need, until you track your spending for at least 1 month, okay? And then just like what percentage of your income went to debt, what went to savings, you know, comparing how much did you save in June versus July, things like that. So I love this setup because it's literally, and a monthly meal plan spread, which I really should do. Maybe I'll meal plan with me, make a video, I don't know. But thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I am going to be doing a giveaway once I get to 300 on YouTube and 1,000 on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead, go over there, start following me. And today I posted a poll in stories, which I will probably reshare to get more answers. Like, would you guys prefer an Etsy gift card or something from my shop? Like maybe a 6-pack of envelopes, you know, or a 3-pack of envelopes with the cash placeholder set. I don't know. Just, I need some ideas, but I'm trying to get to 300 here. I wanted to do a giveaway at 500, but we're not even halfway there yet. So I'm like, let's just do 300 here and 1,000 on Instagram. So if you know anyone who has not already ventured into the Terror Bear budget world, please share my information. Again, I appreciate any support, even if it's just you coming to my videos, hitting like, going to my reels, giving it a heart, following me on TikTok. I by no means expect anything in terms of purchasing from my Etsy shop. That's absolutely not why I started it. I want to help people. I want people to love their stuff. If you cannot afford it right now, just go to the dollar store, get a box of those regular envelopes, Sharpie marker, color it, make it fun, make your envelopes. Just start. This can come later. Okay? I can't stress that enough. If you are like me though, where these things, the pretty, the aesthetic motivates you, then by all means start saving for it now, because I get it. I personally would not want to use just regular envelopes. For me, these things motivate me to save more money. When I put money in these binders, I like seeing it there. In fact, I refrain sometimes from spending it just because I love seeing it in there. It's, I don't know, maybe, so not everyone's going to agree with that. Some people are going to be like, yes, girl, yes, that's how I am. And I get that. But that is how I am. And if that works for you, let me know. If you've never purchased from my shop before, send me a message. I will give you a code. I want to make it affordable for you. But also at the same time, at least pay for the product. I do purchased higher grade laminate because I don't want the envelopes to ever bend or crinkle. I've heard that happens. I'm trying to make top quality. Yes, everything is going to be a little, different in variation. I hand cut everything. And I am very particular and I get so angry with myself. And sometimes I just walk away because this is very calming for me. But when I start to get really like down on myself, or I have that self-negative talk, I do walk away and I'm like, good night, and I close my office door and I go away. But thank you. I just can't stress that enough, and I should probably stop talking. So I will see you guys in the next video, which will be later today. Bye.